Okay, welcome everyone. Happy Monday. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. There is so much going on, and I'm sure you guys have seen the chats, the emails, team page, everything's blowing up, right? Because we had Black Friday, just super exciting launch, and like kudos to corporate, right? Like I always am concerned, like, oh, are we gonna have enough to go around? Are we gonna sell out? The Glow Plus is amazing. It's beautifully packaged and we still have it. It did not sell out in 30 minutes. It did not even sell out in a day. So kudos to corporate. I feel like we just have to shout them out for doing an amazing job. Awesome, awesome launch. And now on top of it, we have Cyber Monday, which guys, I didn't even know that was coming. Like that wasn't like a secret. I literally was as surprised as you guys. 10% off the entire website. And I do not recall, I don't think it's happened in my 5 years with Plexus that the entire website has been discounted, right? It's usually like certain products, certain items. So that is exciting. It's like, yeah, no hiccups, right? Alicia, website working great. No like major crashes or anything like that. Everything has been amazing. So grateful for that. And if you guys were on last week, or if you watched the recording and we were talking about momentum as a wave, right? And we were like, we see signs of it coming. This is one of those things. There are still 2 whole days left in the month. And you guys, I have seen massive amounts of orders go through in 2 days. Like you would be shocked at the crazy things that can happen in the end of the month. And maybe you've actually experienced this yourselves where you've seen like someone double rank or rank up and all these things, or seen your own points drastically change. So I want to encourage you, don't let this pass you by. I know it's a busy time. I am just as busy as you guys. I feel the struggle. I didn't get to sit down to work until much later in the day today than I wanted to, but I am not going to let this pass me by. That swell of momentum, that wave that's coming, you want to be paddling. Do not make excuses. I know it's busy, but don't make excuses. You want to decide to take advantage of this stuff. You guys, inactive customers, potentials, your finger should be flying, letting people know about these deals. Like this is the cheapest anything will ever get. Okay. And I am so confident in the value of our products that I will promote it full price all day, every day, right? Like I have no hesitation, but people love a deal, right? I love a deal. You love a deal. We all love a deal. So you should be messaging every single person on your team, letting them know your potentials, letting them know, okay, you can double your points in the next 48 hours. I truly believe that. Do not let that wave pass you by. Get on it, get on it and take advantage of that, because corporate's doing all the hard work for us, right? Like they have the amazing products. They have the great sales. Yes. Credit card declines, all that stuff. Like, yes, you should have lists flying everywhere. So I'm really excited if you guys can't tell, but I know this can be you. I know it can be you re-ranking this month or ranking up for the first time. I think we're going to see really exciting things in the next 2 days. So I am here for it. I'm here to support you guys. And okay, moving on. There's a couple exciting things coming up that this is kind of like an odds and ends call, like a little bit of everything. So I just wanted to make sure that you
fast for it and say something really exciting.
Yes, do it.
Tabitha just went fast start silver. And I'm
Yay!
so excited. I just had to shout you out live on our team call. She's got 2 orders. They're like pending going through, but I'm just throwing it out there already. She's fast start silver.
Awesome. Yay, Tabitha. I had no doubt.
Super excited.
That's amazing.
I feel that momentum wave. I feel it.
Yep. She's on it. She's on it. I had no doubt that you would be fast start silver. That's amazing. Great job. Okay. So we already have a rank up in the house. Tabitha's fast start silver. Who else? Like I'm certain there's going to be other people re-ranking, ranking up, and we are just going to be celebrating the next 2 days, all day, the next 2 days. Okay. So some exciting things coming up that I just wanted to make sure you guys know are coming, and you can kind of hype it up to your people. On December 19th, that's a Monday, that'll be our Christmas party Zoom. So it's always a fun time. This is a great one to invite everybody to. Like, our team call tends to attract people who are working the business, but it's really for everyone. So I want you to be thinking about inviting all of your happy customers. It's a non-business call. We do games, we show up in Christmas jammies and a hot drink, right? And we just have fun, giveaways. Like, it is just a great time for people to experience a little bit of our culture, and maybe, come to their first ever team call. And that's when we are going to show off our ornaments for the ornament exchange. And for those of you that commented that you wanted to be involved, I paired up everybody. And actually, I used a website to randomly generate pairs. So you are randomly paired up with someone else, and we're going to exchange ornaments. So that pair up is under the comments in the thread on team page. Okay. So if you can't find it, just message me and I can tell you who your partner is. But during Team Connect on the 19th, we'll show off our ornaments and introduce our partners. And it's always just a great opportunity to get to know somebody that maybe you don't know very well, and just celebrate. And Nicole, if you want to be involved, just let me know, because I'm sure we'll have a few other people that are like, oh, I didn't see the post. I'll pair you up. If we have a group of 3, it's totally fine. So yeah, just let me know if you want to be involved with the ornament exchange. Okay, so culture, really important. We have amazing people on this team. We want everyone to experience it. So be inviting to our Christmas Zoom on the 19th. That will be super fun. Okay, yes, Abby. All right, let me jot down these names. Abby and Nicole both want to be in there. I'm sure I'll have a few others. So let me just keep a list. Okay, and maybe just shoot me a message so I don't forget to add you in there. But the quick thing I want to talk about before I turn it over to Victoria is just a few verbiage tweaks that can make a huge impact on your success in closing conversations, okay? Because all of us are in conversations, especially around these deals, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the things. And just a little tweak in the way you word things can have a huge impact on someone saying yes to you or someone being open to more information. So I recently read this book. It's called Exactly What to Say. Don't you love the title of it? Here's exactly what to say. And it was actually in our little goodie box that they gave us at Leadership Excellence. I read this on the plane on the way home from Florida, like 2 hours, cover to cover, done. So if any of this like resonates with you and you want to learn a little more, just pick up this book, Exactly What to Say. This was actually the book of the month. Plexus does a book club every single month, which we really need to start tapping into. Like, it's really cool. They have the author come on and do a Zoom. It's on a Saturday once a month and talk about the book and give all the things. So like, that's awesome. And I wish I would have hopped on this one. And I'm going to do a better job of promoting this to you guys, because what a great free resource. But this book was amazing. And it just gives you some simple verbiage tweaks that can drastically improve your influence and your impact. So I just wanted to give you a few, and I kind of tabbed them out as I was going. So the first one is, and these are like, just write them down in quotation marks. I'm not sure if it's for you, but ... I'm not sure if it's for you, but, and I love what he said here, opening a statement with the words, I'm not sure if it's for you, causes the listener's subconscious brain to hear there's no pressure here. By suggesting that they may not be interested, you naturally increase their intrigue. They wonder what it is, and the spike in curiosity hooks them. What's more, it fires an internal driver that tells them a decision needs to be made, and the soft approach ensures this decision feels unpressured and internal. I love that, right? So when you're introducing the products or the business to someone, just saying, I'm not sure if this is for you, but, and then saying what you want to say, it just helps them feel at ease. Okay. So it's like a really gentle way to approach it. And I loved that one. So I'm not sure if it's for you, but the next one that I loved was just imagine. And if you guys want to jot these down, they can come in handy, or I can send these in our chat too. Just imagine. And the description for this one is, sometimes you can't imagine doing something until someone paints a picture for you. So if you can't see yourself doing something, the chances of you doing it are slim to none, right? Like, a lot of times we talk about the business opportunity and people, like, they can't imagine what that looks like. So you paint the picture for them. Just imagine that you're at Emerald Extravaganza with us, sitting on the beach in Mexico next year. Just imagine that you're able to make full-time income from home. Just imagine, fill in the blank. You kind of paint the picture for them. people make decisions based on the images they see in their minds. So if you can place pictures in people's minds, then you can use the results of those images to influence their decisions. So just imagine that you're feeling so much more energetic next year, after you're consistent on your products, like painting that picture for them. I loved that one. The next one, when would be a good time? I use this one all the time, guys. If you're like, have someone that's hesitating or like you can't just like get them to sign up, you've given them all the information, say, when would it be a good time to give you a call tonight? Or when would be a good time to call you, tonight or tomorrow? Like having them actually commit to a time to talk. And it doesn't say, do you want to talk? Or can I call you? It's when would be a good time? You're saying we're talking, just give me the time. That's a super helpful one. Another one that's really simple is saying, don't worry. If you sense that someone has hesitation or fear around making a decision, simply saying, don't worry. And then empathizing, like, I remember feeling really nervous about getting started, or I remember wondering if this was really going to work. Don't worry. Just opening that phrase, don't worry. And then just two more. The next one is what most people do, ... what most people do. This really helps put people's mind at ease also, because I'm actually going to flip to this one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay. So yeah, he gives examples, what most people do, and then you explain like the normal situation. So I thought of this in the context of welcome packs. His example is what most people do is place an order to get started, commit to a few of the best products and see how they work out in their daily routines, and then decide what they want to order next. Whatever, fill in the blank. But by showing them that like this is the normal route, this is what most people do, that puts people's mind at ease and they don't feel like they're making a bad decision. They feel like they're if this is what most people do, this must be the best way. So guys, those reset welcome packs, right? Those are the best deal, and it's the best way to get started because you're going to have immediate results right out of the gate and then have your, long-term products. You can say that what most people do is start with a 3-day reset and then transition into their gut health products or transition into their weight loss products. Just that what most people do, that helps put people's mind at ease. The other one, the last one I'm going to share with you that's really similar is what happens next is, okay, so you're in conversation with someone, they say, yeah, I'm interested. And you're like, oh, they're interested. Like, what do? Do I send my link? Sometimes we freak out a little bit. We're like, oh, like they're interested. What do I say? All you need to say is what happens next is, and then you fill in the blank. What happens next is we set a time to get on the phone so I can get your ordering information, or what happens next is I'm going to send you my link. Click here, put your thing in, right? You actually give them the next step and tell them what to do. That takes the guesswork out of it. You guys, people have decision fatigue, right? Like overload of information, way too many decisions. And what we can do is simplify it for them and give them that clear next step, right? I don't send people every single welcome pack option that we have. I give them 2 or 3 choices and explain them really simply. And what I'll normally do, after we've talked about their health goals, is I will give them a big welcome pack option and a small welcome pack option, and just use really simple verbiage like, this is the basic welcome pack and this is the deluxe welcome pack, and kind of go over the price and the advantage of each one. But don't give them a million options. You can just tell them what happens next is and lay it out for them. But the common thread that I see through all of those things, and as I was reading this book, is that you are being confident, right? Your confidence is really key. When you are showing up confidently, even if you fumble over your words a little bit, or even if you say like the completely wrong thing, if your heart's in the right place and you are confident about it, it's still attractive to people, and they'll feel confident making a decision with you. So confidence and making sure there is an ask. Do not just get stuck in relationship building mode. Okay. That is a great thing. We love relationship building. And if someone says no to you, absolutely keep relationship building, but make sure there is an ask. Go back to the conversations you've been having about Black Friday deals and stuff. Was there an ask there? Did you say, are you ready to get started? Go back and check, make sure there's an ask, because we want to help people feel great and enjoy all the benefits of the community. And they can't do that if we never ask them if they want to get started, right? So confidence, and make sure that there is an ask. And then I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn it over to Victoria because she has some additional just things to keep in mind as we're navigating, working through the holidays. So I'm going to make you the host, Victoria. Just give me a sec to do that.
Awesome. And while you're doing that, it reminded me when you said like the ask part. I think Caitlin Morlino has used this analogy, but I feel like it's okay, right? You have a bride who's going to try on all these dresses, right? Who has decision fatigue. And if the dress consultant said like, oh, I don't know, that one, maybe that looks okay, or, oh, but they all look good on you. Like, that's not what you want to hear, right? You want a dress consultant who's confident, who's going to say, oh my gosh, that, how do you feel about that dress? Like, that looks amazing. Is this the dress, right? They ask like, are you saying yes to the dress? I don't know. It just reminded me of that. So I love that. Okay. All right. So thank you, Brittany, for all those great words of wisdom on just little verbiage tweaks. So good. I want to share with you guys really quick just how you can have these standard operating procedures, basically just staying consistent throughout the holiday season. Okay. We all know that Christmas is coming. We all know that New Year's is coming. We know these things are coming, and I'm guilty somehow, right? We know they're coming, but then maybe it's just me, but sometimes I end up in a little bit of a frenzy because it sneaks up on us. Okay. But we've got to make sure that we don't let our business go on the wayside. Stay consistent throughout the holidays. And I'm not saying, hustle, 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 do all the things, forget your family. Absolutely not. Right. And I'm going to mention something because I know we always talk about life-work balance, but one thing that I learned at Leadership Excellence that I loved is that Christina Williams said, we don't need balance, right? Brittany talked last week and she mentioned it just now too. Our business ebbs and flows. And right now we are in a pretty high momentum phase, I would say. So we don't need balance. What we need is rhythm. And I love that. Okay. We need rhythm because balance, we're just like staying the same, right? That doesn't accommodate for the ebbs and flows of our business. So we need rhythm. And with rhythm, if you're being consistent and you know what you need to do with your standard operating procedures, which is basically just IPA, like a fancy thing for having systems and staying consistent with your IPA, then you're going to find a rhythm through the ebbs and flows. But I want to share with you guys, as the holidays are coming, I really encourage you to come up with a plan. Okay. Now, I will admit, I am a paper pencil person. I love writing things down in my planner. It drives my husband crazy. And so today I was like, all right, finally, I am getting on my Google Calendar and I'm going to input everything because as Shannon mentioned too, with scheduling posts and things like that, like you can set reminders for yourself. So you can have alarms go off, but really open up your calendar and make some time for Plexus. Okay. Make some time for office hours where you are going to be able to work your business, whether that's first thing in the morning for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? We're all at different parts in our journey with this. So what I do may look different from what you do. You might only be doing 30 minutes a week or 10 minutes a day, whatever that is. For me, it's different. I also have different goals. So mine's going to look a little bit different, but I want to share with you guys kind of what I did. But before I do that, I also want you to remember when times get busy and when times get a little, frantic or there's lots of things going on, go back to your why. Okay. So just imagine, all right, just imagine using those words that you are on the beach in Mexico next September because you have stayed consistent with your systems, with helping people with duplication, developing silvers, your leadership, your personal growth, all the things. Okay. Or just imagine where you're at the end of January because you stayed consistent and you kept planting those seeds and you kept following up with people and kept that customer care going. Right? If we just totally log off for December because of all the things, we probably won't have as fruitful of a January as we would have liked. So I'm really encouraging you to take time to go back to your why. Why are you doing this? I know for me, my mission is to help as many people as I can. And I'm not just going to back down in December when I know people need these products. And come January, people are ready. I wish they were ready right now. And a lot are. We're seeing it, like people are ranking up, right? So just make time for that. Okay, let me share my screen because it is 8:53. All right, so if you are not a paper pencil person, you're probably like, yeah, I already do this. Well, I don't. So this was a big deal for me to do this. Okay, so I literally have everything down. This is my tomorrow. All right, you can color code it however you want to, but I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty. Obviously here I have all my kids' calendars. Chad will send me invites to all of his things. But this is kind of like time blocking. This is a form of time blocking. So you'll see that I have designated office hours within the day. All right, 9 to noon, 1 to 3. And now to be even more specific, and I just had a call with somebody about this, and I think it's so good, right? If you can, the night before or on the weekend, get specific around what you are doing during those office hours. What are you going to be doing? Who are you going to be reaching out to? Okay, what do your posts look like? And I'm going to show you. This is made by Christina Williams, okay? So this is something that she uses, and I'll pop this in our chat. But she has, so this is kind of like her IPA form, right? She's checking off what she does. She has her personal posts. She's reached out to 5 new people. That's like what she does every single day. She is a diamond, what is she? Diamond Ruby, I think. Let me look. Diamond Senior Ruby, still reaching out to 5 new people a day, expanding her network, all the things. But this is her IPA form. So take with this what you want. Like I said, whether it's the night before, really thinking about who you're reaching out to, or the weekend, planning ahead for the week. Can you guys see this? Okay. Then she has a weekly sheet that even goes into, team call, new joins, her workouts, her family time. That's really, really important too. And I'll go back just real quick. You'll see here from 3 to 8:30 is my family time. Sometimes I'm going to be plugged in, like end of the month. My kids know that sometimes I'm going to be checking my phone every so often to just make sure everything's good to go, especially the last day of the month, right? But I really want to start to be mindful about, okay, from this time, that is my family time. And Christina Williams always jokes too, that her husband loves when she has her team calls, because he knows that he's going to get some family time, if you catch my drift, after the team call. She's like, make sure you're taking care of your spouse or your significant other, because they are just as part, you need their support. They're going to support you if you give them some family time after you are doing your plexus work or before. Okay. So I thought that was funny and I loved that. Then on here, she also has social media planner. All right. So I think that's brilliant. Have it all in one spot. Don't just try to come up on a whim with things. Really be intentional. I love this because I like looking at the big picture and thinking, okay, do I have a few plexus posts? Are my other posts engaging? Are they educational? Are they entertaining, right? Am I adding value through my post in a wide variety of ways? So I like that when I, use this and when I look at it, I can really see the overarching picture for my posts. And then she has meal planning in here as well that you can use if that's just as much a part of your day as everything else, right? I know for me, if I don't meal plan, we pretty much end up eating eggs or chicken nuggets and things that are not, not the most healthy choices. So I loved that. Again, I will put this in the chat for you guys. But like I said, just really remember that achieving our goals happens when these operating procedures are executed consistently. Okay, you probably know when your family holidays are. So just make sure December is accommodated accordingly with what your goals are. Okay, identify specific actions that can be implemented at various frequencies, and then make sure that your she calls it her perfect plexus week, provides structure for developing those habits. All right, I know December might not be as consistent as some other months because of all the things, but just make sure that you take a look and put a plan together for December so that come January, you guys were ready to just keep going with that wave, right? All right, I think that's all I've got.
Awesome. That was great. Thanks, Victoria. And yeah, we'll send those resources to you. And like Victoria said before she got into it, like everybody's schedule looks different, right? It might be 15 minutes a day. It might be 3 hours a day. It might be 8 hours a day. If you're like, I'm running to Diamond and I'm treating this like a full-time job, like everyone's in a different season, but the rhythm, like finding your rhythm, that's the takeaway. That's the key here, because you guys know my number one tip, if someone asks me, it's don't start and stop. Do not start and stop, because when you stop for a month, it has repercussions that last more than a month, right? Like it halts your progress for months and months to come. So find your rhythm, use whatever tools are going to be helpful. If it's pen and paper, if it's getting super organized. And I want to hear more about Latin jazz, Victoria, because I saw that on your calendar.
That's
whatever
me.
it is.
It's not me.
Okay, it's Chad then. So I do need to hear about that. But yeah, just staying organized, because you can move the needle in December. Like people rank up in December. At the very least, it'll set you up for success in January. So that was awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, any questions, feedback, other things to discuss before we hop off? We have a minute. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Keep crushing this Black Friday launch. You guys are doing amazing. I will stay on for prayer for whoever wants to stay, but you guys have a wonderful, fabulous night. Bye.
Adios.
Oh, Victoria, you have to stop the recording because you're the host.
Oh, shoot.